Hi, my name is Marcus. User tag, gamer tag, just about everything. Sick Echo, SICECKO. I'm gonna start a YouTube Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 3. I've also will have a concurrent one on stream for Twitch, but from the way it transitions, the reacting with the chat, I feel like might be a little distracting, and I don't think everyone really wants to deal with that while they're watching a YouTube video. Personally, I actually kind of like it. I like the interaction because these style videos, I actually just watch them to go to sleep. Like, that's my preferred way to watch these videos, or I'll put them on while I'm driving to and from work. I don't really like to sit and watch YouTube videos at home unless it's like a tutorial or something, you know. I know a lot of people do. Some people, they'll just keep, they'll put a series on their secondary monitor and go on with their day. I find that super distracting, but, if that's how you want to watch my videos, that's great. If, hell, maybe, watch these till you go to sleep too, then you become addicted. And that would be the goal. Let's start a new game. I'm going to be keeping all the cutscenes in, just for the time being. If I start a second one, like replay through with a different character, probably gonna not capture these, because I imagine, some they've already seen. If you've already seen this one, you already know exactly what's going on. You want to see how it's played, not a tadpole getting shoved into someone's eye. But you never know. Alright. Who are we? We're definitely gonna play a Tav here. Early access and all. But I don't know what class I want to play. Druid does sound cool. Not gonna lie. And their efficiencies are very specific, but I'm not exactly sure what class we all want to play. My go-to, my favorite class is the Warlock. It's the one I like to play. It is kind of funny that the outfit that their character's wearing right now, like the little light armor thing, is actually the armor in some of the thumbnails and screens you have for the game that a wizard is wearing that can't wear armor. Gale, he is this little guy right here. Now, for some reason, they have him wearing light armor. Only way that'd be possible is, since there's not a transmog facet of the game, it would actually be a multi-class ability. You give him something like rogue or whatever that's going to give him light armor. But they don't have that in the game, so I'm not sure. But I think I want to play some type of fighter, because I want to have Shadowheart. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. And I like Gale and Will. Maybe not Will if I have Shadowheart and I'm a frontline fighter. Because he's ranged and we need a rogue, which is gonna be Astarion. Because I don't like Lizelle. Like, she is the dedicated fighter in the group, and I just don't like her. So that's the role I'm gonna play. There's a way to maybe invite friends, create multiple custom characters. That way I can just get rid of Lizelle without having to deal with her drama and her BS. But I'm not sure. There is an option, actually. Ranger Knight. You have sworn to serve a crown or nation in seeking to bring its foes to ruin. Gain proficiency in history and armor proficiency with heavy armor. Actually, that's the one I think I'm going to go with. It says dexterity. It's kind of what you want. But you don't need a high dex ranger. If I want to make him a fighter, I can actually make him a strength-based character. And that wouldn't be a big deal. But now what do we want him to be? We got Beast Tamer. If I'm familiar, have an animal companion. That's pretty cool. But if I don't want a rogue, I can be expert at navigating the wild within the city, and I gain sleight of hand proficiency, which is pretty much what I don't really care about being super sneaky, but I like being able to open chests and whatnot. So if I give him the urban tracker, bam, don't need a rogue anymore. That would be cool. But I also have an animal. You know, Astarion's not bad. I'll keep Astarion. It's fine. Because I want my animal. I don't really care about the elemental resistances. Take half damage from it. In this game, it would be poison or fire. I feel like those are the two that really help you, but not the biggest deal. So our class features: strength saving throw proficiency, dex saving throw proficiency, light, medium, shield. Those are essentially our armors. Simple and martial weapons, so I can use any of it. And then Ranger Knight gives me heavy armor and history. So, you know, I like that concept. That's pretty cool. What is his background going to be? I like Acolyte from the perspective of having insight and religion. I think those are really handy with some of the themes in the game. But I always pick Acolyte. I think that's a cool one, but that's also because I'll pick a warlock or a cleric, someone who kind of has to deal with religion in their background anyway, so it just makes sense. Excuse me. Charlatan, nah. Criminal. Deception and stealth, that would be pretty cool. Entertainer, no. Folk hero. Animal handling proficiency. I don't need animal handling necessarily because I'll have a beast tamer. Guild artisan, that's good. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if I was making something. History and persuasion. I do like that concept. So far I got stealth, history, investigation, nature, perception, persuasion. Those I think are pretty great. And I'm definitely going to have a high wisdom. So having that in perception would be great. These are more intelligence. History, investigation, and nature are all intelligence. Do I need a smart guy? Survival, is that intelligence as well? Survival, there we go. Grew up in the wilds, learned to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. Alright, so what are we going to do? I was kind of thinking I could be a criminal. No, that kind of sounds weird because the way they describe the Ranger Knight is sworn to serve a crown. You know, I could be Kind of like taking the black from Game of Thrones. You're a criminal, now you do kind of, righteous thing. I can see that going on. Or do I want a folk hero? Because that's what Will is. Champion of the people, challenging tyrants and monsters, protect the helpless. I do like the noble. And Astarion is also a noble. Wilds. See, this is going to be the confusing part. What will I do? What will I do? See, athletics is just not one you use that often. Intimidation. I don't know. He raised in a family among social elite, accustomed to power and privilege. You know, let's do a soldier. There for a reason. I have a lot of tabs. So I'm just going to put a gamer tag in there this time. Makes it easier to find them. What race do we want to be? Elf is cool. Probably pick a wood elf if I was gonna do an elf. And dex and wisdom would be kind of a good bonus for ranger, right? I'd have to put less stats in it. So I'm doing that. Got my longbow, short bow. I'm getting bonuses from my class. Lets me use any weapon I want anyway. Gives me bonus to perception, which I already have that. No, I would have lost that, so might be a good one. No. Kind of want to change it up a little bit. I did a dwarf. Bonuses to con and wisdom. That would be necessary. Oh, I hate the short classes. I don't know why. There's something about them. They hurt me. And gnome was one of the ones they added recently, but I feel like these guys have to be spellcasters. Like, you could tell me that's not true, yada yada yada. But I just don't see their base speed being, only 7.5 meters, 25 feet instead of the 30. I don't know. I have a hard time getting behind these guys unless they're a caster. Githyanki. These guys are just weird. I don't know how I feel about them. Not the greatest. I could do a drow. I don't really need charisma though. I feel like that's silly. And you could use any class to make any character effective. There's nothing wrong. You want to do a halfling barbarian? Go for it. You're gonna be able to do something with it. A little dex to add to your AC, a little charisma for your intimidation. Not a big deal. I've never made a human character in this game though. Get +1 to everything. Won't have dark vision, but I can cast light, so that's not a big deal. Let's do a human. Never had one of those. Not sure what identity has to factor in the game. It is cool for people wanting to make a character they can identify with, or they just doesn't fit them. Like, I know a lot of people are like, I like a character opposite of myself. That's cool. Or some mix of the blend. Just don't know if there's any mechanics in the game that this will change. I'm not sure.
Where to next? Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Let's go with voice 1. I think I'd normally go with voice 3, normally. Alright, what are you gonna look like? soldier. It's got some city miles on him. Might as well. Kind of like that skin tone. Eyes. This guy's a ranger, right? Give him some real green. Now the hair. Look too much like Will's hair. What do we got? He's a soldier, so something practical, right? An undercut? Would an undercut be practical for a soldier? I mean, I don't know about the fantasy medieval life, but I just feel like that is not practical. But standardized short hair wasn't a common thing in at least European militaries until Caesar, or one of the Roman leaders, decreed it, or Roman generals. I think maybe it was Marcus Aurelius. I remember reading about it in the past. They required all their Roman soldiers to have their heads shaved, and what became quote unquote the Caesar cut when it ended up growing out. So they couldn't have their hair pulled in battles. The myth. So I always do kind of like the idea of a short-haired soldier. There might be truth to it, might be myth at this point. You never know. But I do, for some reason, feel there's a practicality to it. In the offset, guy's the ranger, he's in the wild. They found, and they did some studies on Native American trackers that were being sent through World War II and all the way into Vietnam. Native Americans that were tracking never cut their hair in their entire life. They had this long, beautiful hair, and they ended up having to do a test because you go through basic, shave your head, nicks and cuts, but they found that they put a test group that they didn't force to cut their hair, didn't force them to modify they didn't have to wear their headwear, and they were excellent, phenomenal trackers. I mean, great credit to the society they grew up in, but they were phenomenal trackers. They were tested throughout the United States, even in parts of the country they'd never been. They could find north, they could figure out what they were doing, and they moved. And then that benefited them when they went over to the tactical theater for combat, and they were phenomenal trackers. But there were some after they shaved their head, and even in the same state that they were born in, but like an environment place they quite not have been, or down at military bases throughout the country, they were lost. They were struggling to accommodate the wind with certain factors. They didn't have their ability to find north and south very easily. They realized that your hair is an extension of your senses. And as most people, like I've had my hair cut every 6 months growing up. I don't have feeling in my hair. Like it's just hair like everybody else. But they did find that it played a major role in their ability to do their job effectively that they were drafted, hired, or volunteered to do. So, I guess that'd be a decent argument to tell them to leave the hair on, right? Oh, now these are starting to get ridiculous. You know what? I like it. I'm keeping it. So, you can argue both ways throughout history for benefit, but I don't know. I kind of like this. He is a ranger, so maybe not clean-cut individual, right? We need to add a little older, a little more distinguished, a little salt and pepper. I kind of like that. I don't know about the tattoos, though. I do think they're cool. I just don't like him in cutscenes, But he's on the Sword Coast. Give him the throat sword. I don't care about makeup. And so class, yeah, we're going with Ranger Knight. Well, you can have his heavy armor. You can have his animal. I like those. Urban Tracker would be pretty sweet. I don't need sleight of hands. It's the whole reason we have Astarion. But if I take sleight of hands, then I can have will. Will can have an animal. Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep Will. I'm gonna have Will, Gale, Shadowheart. I like that combination. Alright, what do we got for skills? Investigation. Oh, my guy's not gonna be very intelligent. So you don't need investigation. Insights, wisdom. Animal handling is wisdom. Survival, wisdom. You don't need stealth. Perception. You need perception. Yeah, probably should do nature, but no, he's urban tracker. No, he don't need nature. Man grew up in the big city of Baldur's Gate. He's a Baldurian. He knows shit about the woods. So, if I'm doing heavy armor, I guess I could do heavy armor and dex, but then it's wasted, right? So he's gonna do 12. We'll make him strong. You don't need charisma. I don't think I have a single, I guess intimidation. What do we got? Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be cunning. You don't need to be charming. That's fine. I'm doing +1 to dex for ranged weapons. I know it wants me to use it, but no, I don't need it. I have an extra bump I can put somewhere. I'm leaving this for when I hit level 3. I can get to a +3 in my wisdom. Use that for ranger spell casting potentially. Or just be really good at perception and be super wise even if I don't take the spell casting thing. So I'll give him this bump in intelligence. Why not? You know? I do like having negatives, but I don't know. That's what I like.
Tell me, who do you dream of at night?
You know, I'm just gonna leave her like that. Why not? There's certain factors on why I could argue something else, but you know, Lost-sworn Drow is the way to go. So I'm not going to talk through a lot of the cutscenes, but I just realized that seemingly the dead mind flayers on this ship, almost like this guy, it's like a rogue mind flayer. Maybe he captured these guys for something that kind of break the weave of what normal mind flayers normally do. So maybe that's something to the story I haven't gotten far enough to really find out. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna be muting my mic during the cutscenes, just so I'm not interrupting it. I don't really want to put too much commentary on those things.
Oh, my head.
Alright. So, let's see what we get. I know there's stuff
Where the
that's up
hells
here.
are we? These boots have seen everything.
Yes, clothes. Yes, clothes. Stuff. Always collecting stuff. You know, the throwables, I collect them. I collect some of the potions. I might actually stop doing that later on in the game, or just start selling them. I don't care. I don't use them nearly as much as I should. But you never know. Bit of a slow start, you know, trying to get the feel for what's going on around here. Let's do a quick save. So I'm gonna fail this, just going to.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Investigation. Not found. Is it because it's a flat check? Oh, hot damn.
The casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
I'm gonna leave it alone. For now.
Dead. Good.
I just burned myself in the fire. That's cool, I guess. Well, bright side of being a big, powerful guy, I can jump like a maniac. Slave mines, it's just added weight.
Someone else got out.
Someone else got out. You can heal using these through the tutorial area.
I feel better.
Destroy these. Bam. I don't think there's any more tadpoles in there, but for some reason, I feel like best bet's just destroy the damn thing. What do we got here? I like these runic records.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Pretty sure these guys
Devil
don't
kid.
drop anything.
Am I in the hells?
Oh, not damn. Color me surprised. Manuscripts.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness. 1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
I feel like if you find enough of these, it should give you, because like they're knowledge stones, knowledge runes essentially. I feel like there should be a mechanic in the game. Like you find 5 of them, you instantly get a +1 permanent bonus to your history or something. Or maybe a constitution save or intelligence save to try to actually survive it. Or like take damage from it.
We are trapped.
Nice. If you have any questions on the tooltips I'm getting rid of, totally, I'll feel free. I'll even do a video explaining. I'm just tired of seeing it. I generally have dark vision. It's kind of weird playing this game without having that. Because Drow Warlock is my favorite
You've come
combo.
to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Now, I generally save suck through this to save them, but
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
I think we're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Let's investigate the exposed brain. Yeah, we got it.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Ooh, get advantage and a +2. Yeah, let's try it. Odds are pretty high of passing that. I don't remember the statistics of it, but it's like 75% or something, 60%.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Let's see if we can. I don't have high dex, but why not? Probably fail this. Yeah. Oh well. Guess it's a fight. think I died the first time I pissed off one of this mind flayer. Don't care. Damn, that guy hit like a brick shithouse. And then let's end turn. Melee range weapons. Yeah. Luckily, being a newborn, didn't have as much health. I think the rest of them, through their base stat block, have somewhere around 20 health per. And that guy actually has a name. It's not letting me tag him. But, Mirnith. So, I think, potentially, there's a chance we'll be able to see that guy somewhere. Am I able to cast spells? I feel like I should. I haven't played 5e in a long time. I feel like a ranger is not a spellcaster unless they take that subclass to be able to cast spells. So I feel like you shouldn't have any. You should be allowed to use scrolls. Also, I have it set to circle highlights, but for some reason, they randomly pop up to certain places, so I don't know why. I think they're like locations made in case like you have an animal companion or something.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. Imps block the path forward. You will assist me in destroying them. We must reach the helm before we transform.
Transform? What you mean?
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority.
Well, onward then.
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Now I got Lysail. Found me that time. But not Lysail. Jump to the person whose turn it is. Still both my actions. I can jump like a mofo. Shoot him from the air. There we go. Yep, shared turns. Jump down. Bam.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. helm.
I wonder what that hidden roll was. And I don't have this open just because it's almost entirely dialogue of things going on around you that have no effect on you. It's there's people on the helm above and things going on around you that just constantly talking. So it makes that kind of useless.
If not over, then through.
Alright, that's what I want to find right there. So I have a +5 to attack, because strength. But I want a dual wield. So, hand axe, short sword. I'll change it up to something else later, but yeah, that's what I want. Can't steal her armor, but that's life. A little Topovsky on the health.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
We lost the bridge, Captain.
So many teeth! I'll lend a hand, won't you, love? There's a rat in the kitchen.
I like that symbol.
10 red rats. And they're flying and they're clawing.
The mind flayers have already enthralled him. Leave him, or we will share his fate.
No, I'm gonna put this dog in misery. If they're already infected, I ain't dealing with these guys transforming into mind flayers on me. Probably unnecessary. I won't deny that. See if I can do a little looting.
Rain in a jar.
Brain in a jar. Where are we at next? Got those guys.
Careful! Watch the horns!
You know what? Let's fight him. Oh, Lyselle's in weak shape. Let's go downstairs and heal her.
Here we go.
To the helm. You are needed to survive. Imperfect. It is corrupted. It endangers us.
What do we get? You have 21 health. Try and take out these smaller guys first. Why have I taken so much damage already? Fire or something. In range of this guy. This guy's gonna crack us up. To go to the sword. Not ideal. ya. Now you gonna die, clan. Go. Offhand hit. I feel like there should be a flanking mechanic.
Important is ever easy.
Bam. Got the crit. I might even get anything useful off these guys, man. Not a big deal if I don't. Oh. Nifty. Just passing stealth checks.
Another step forward.
Never had that happen before, but I'll take it. Battle axe. It's a lot of gear, but I have a strength character. I can bear the weight of it pretty well. But I'm not carrying cups. Stuff like that is not worth my time. It's like weight to gold ratio. I don't know what's the ideal number, but I know it's not. So, and this episode's probably just gonna be the Nautiloid. After the Nautiloid, we'll go to episode 2. Probably gonna fail this check, which is fine.
Back! Touch nothing without knowing its purpose.
Can't read the script.
Of course I can't read Nautiloid's
Unleash.
script. Unleash. That sounds like a cool one.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
Oh, I thought that was the one that releases them. Oh, wait a minute. So, this one. Ah, I thought that was the one that killed him. Oh well. Lysel's gonna be pissed, but she will not be one of my companions for long. That's not good.
Where do I go from here? Another step forward.
Oh, acid splash. But Lysel
On the move.
is going to fuck you. Oh, I guess not.
Another fight. Let's go. Very well.
I'll deal with her in a second. I feel like that's unnecessary dialogue. Let's see if I can pick this lock. Oh, no lock picks. Damn. Who am I fighting? Oh. Let him waste his action so he can't hit me on his first turn.
Flacket, guide
Go over
me.
here. Go this way. Ah, close. Let's see if I can shove you too. Nope. That was worth a shot. Just pummeling this little guy. never carry anything. I don't know why I check. But you're guaranteed you will see me probably loot every intellective hour, regardless.
Skra. How many hosts of these gay infected?
You got a key. I don't care about your bottle.
A key? For what?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Oh, poor lady. Can't do anything with it. So, guess she's gonna hang out.
Let me out!
Little fleshy sphincter doors. Eldritch room.
Room? For what?
Damn it!
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Arcana, take a closer look at the powered up console. Hot damn. Who needs points and skills?
Pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
Try to place my hand on the console.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Open the pod. Oh no. See if I can pass the DC 0.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Shadow Heart. I think between her and Will are my favorite two
At last.
companions. Earlier in the early access,
I thought that damn
you
thing
were
was going to be
not
my
able to
comfort.
free her, actually.
Thank you.
You would just try,
Mind
and
lurches
then
into
you'd
her
leave.
thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Not by choice. I'm trying to get rid of her.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
I like it. Well, I'm Sick Echo. Nice to meet you.
Shadowheart. One moment.
I'm gonna let that slide.
Finally. Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough
Come on,
time
my
already.
boss.
She's right. Lead on.
Damn it. The two are overruling me. No heals. Do I want an axe sword combo? I like the concept. But I got slashing, piercing. Okay, I do like the slashing and piercing. And when I upgrade my feats or level, I can add my ability modifier stat-wise to my offhand. I get dual wielding feat. I need to get out of this leather armor. This is garbage. I don't think there's any enemies. I don't need to worry about specifically, oh, I gotta have blunt weapons, what have you, in this part of the game. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. That's definitely gonna go to a longbow eventually. But for now, it's just armor. It's the only thing I gotta improve.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Bitch,
Who
can't be
put
my
you
boss
in
all the
charge?
time.
I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Probably something racist. Do you think you don't like anyone else? The bastards. Alright. That's a shitty way to go. If you listen as they're flying up, it's the same sounds as the flying cars from the Jetsons.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Everyone's trying to be my boss around here. I don't know why.
Let my name be known.
Damn. Can I loot them? Oh, she can't loot. She's useless.
Let's end this.
I'm assuming she can't either. Yeah.
Moving.
Get her as far as I can. And then I can't modify her stuff. I hate having cantrips at the end.
Well, so much for peace. What's inside?
Shit I can sell, that's what's inside. Go back, dual wielding.
We need to get out of here, now.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. See what shove you. Then I'll move on.
Taking position.
Can't give up.
Turn.
Not now.
Just get you down
Have
as
to
far
keep
as I
going.
can. Do a little fireball this time. Got some kills in.
Now.
Nothing to really loot up here. Never been over there, but I don't think there's anything going on. Now I know if we were to stop
At the ready.
and actually get him killed, Commander Zalk, then you can actually get, from my understanding, a pretty sweet sword out of it. But 107 HP to his 81. I don't see us surviving that fight. But and also I don't need his great sword. Do the dual wielding anyway.
If this ship hits the
Ignore the
ground,
devil.
we're dead.
We must take the transponder. Blacketh guide me.
So if I was doing like say a barbarian,
Focus.
I've seen people say you gotta do it for the paladin too, but my paladin, it's an armored nerd person. That's sword and shield.
Still
Don't
breathing,
dual
despite
wield as a
everything.
Paladin. I mean, if you do, that's fine. You know, not everyone can be right, but
Anything of use?
just not for me. Doesn't fit.
Take this ship, or Zarya will have your head!
But might as well. Just don't let them hit you. That guy hits you, you instantly hit the floor. That guy hits like a brick shit
Hurry
house.
before they strike.
No potion.
Can't afford to let up. On my
Move
way.
you up.
Come on, can't stay idle.
You know what? Hampering shot, movement speed don't matter. What is his AC? AC of 18? I feel like that's low for someone with 100 hit points. Cool character. I like the design. Yeah, that sword. I do want that sword. I know I don't need it. Oh, it takes half damage. No wonder he's lasting so long. Oh well. Let me shoot you anyway. And these can be lieutenants. So
Wolves in the streets.
oh, you done fucked up, sir. Yeah.
My path be true.
Dark Lady, help me strike true. Heading there.
No, I tried. I know I said I kind of want to do it because I've never killed him. Do I need to? No. I don't need to. Actually, I feel like technically you should have to, you know, roll some type of check to be able to get this information. But it's kind of cool we don't have to. 85, 65. Might as well try to kill the other. Of course I missed. Just didn't kill him. Kill the Hellboy.
No time to waste.
Go for a little flanking action here. I saved that.
Ready.
Sacred Flame.
Heading there.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Time to press ahead.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
If I dash.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
feel like that'd be the best place to, like... I guess it's not the best place to... What do we got? What do we got? I feel like there's like a seashell here.
Best be on my way. Fresh water. There must be a settlement nearby.
Okay, nothing of use, nothing of use. Well, let's pick up Shadowheart, maybe in the episode there. I don't care about these bottles. But I will send food to camp. Found out recently, resting does not affect the game. It used to be like, oh, you say you gotta save so-and-so, or you gotta find such and such. I was told they were gonna limit after, say, 5 long rests. Well, that mission passed because so-and-so died. Or, you know, things progress in the game with it because it took too long to get to it. Nothing is timed, at least in early access. I don't know about the full release. Got shamed a lot in the Steam discussions about that one. Be respectful of the lady. I'm gonna wake her.
You're alive.
Solid way to wake someone
I'm
up.
alive.
Shake the shit out of him.
How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know. You seem magically.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Well, now what?
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Are they monsters or are they gifts? We want to stay together?
We need each other. And we both know what's at stake. I can't think of better company.
She's like my favorite companion, so we're gonna agree.
One thing,
Ooh, level.
just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Yay. Bam. Alright, through experience, you acquire new power. Gain the following traits. I now have 20 HP. Which is, I want to say rangers are at D8. 1d8 plus your con. So, it should be 8. Let's choose 10. So they're just giving us max hit dice. Or max, like you... Because every time you roll a level, you could take an average, which would be like 6 or 7. Some people, they roll for it. The way I like to do it, if I'm playing a game, I roll my dice, and then the GM actually rolls their dice as well. And we just take the higher of the two. Or we re-roll if we roll the same one. Okay, so the ranger always casts spells. I think you can have a non-spellcasting ranger in 5e. But when you make an offhand attack, you add your ability modifier to the damage of the attack. That's the one I want right there. So it's defense. +1 AC. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no weapon in the other hand. +2 bonus. See, dueling feat right there. I feel like versatile weapons, it won't let you wield them one-handed. So if I want a longsword, I should be able to hold it in one hand. And the game does not offer you that ability if you have a free hand. So I'd have to carry like a rapier or a dagger, something that's specifically one-handed, and that kind of bothers me. But I don't know how to make a video game, so I can't bitch that much. What's archery? +2 bonus to ranged attacks? Nah. Let's see if I can boost my damage output. Now what do we got? Hunter's Mark. Mark a creature as your quarry. Deal an additional 1d6 slashing damage whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. I like that one. Hail of Thorns. Let's inspect. Shoot a volley of exploding thorns. The thorns deal damage, slashing damage to the target and shatter, dealing an additional 1d10 damage on the target and surrounding creatures. On miss, thorns still explode. On save, targets still take half damage from the explosion. Okay. And it's all three. It's an action because you're shooting an arrow. Use my spell. And bonus action because you're getting your ranged weapon and that. So I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Your attack summon thorny vines, possibly ensnare your target. It's a strength save. Requires concentration. Speak with animals until long rest. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use a spell slot every rest to speak with animals. So, because that's just awesome. I don't need cure wounds, so I got Shadowheart for her. She's my healer. So, not a whole lot going on in this one. So primary, no, it's either or. That still kind of bothers me. I don't know why. I feel like it's trying to convince people to play a certain style when it's not necessary. It's a cool little thing, but
There's no time to waste.
Let's level you up. 17. I think she's a D6 plus con, which might make sense. 6 and 6 is no D8. 16 plus con. I don't know why she's at 17. It's kind of a weird one. Channel Divinity. What does she got? You know, I always take these off, but I feel like I should probably leave them on there. They're actually pretty decent. Well, I'm going to take off Bane. I'm going to add healing. She's my dedicated healer. I don't really care about these ones. I don't use them that often. I don't use them. This one, I need to arrange. That's fine. Create water. Definitely comes in handy with some of the fires. Bonus action healing. I see people that say don't use it, yada yada yada, because the amount of damage you're going to get is higher than what this does, but it saves. In the event of someone's going to fail a death saving throw, I like having it. Or touch range for essentially me and Shadowheart. So that's how I'm doing it.
I must keep going.
Bam.
No time to rest.
So this guy, he doesn't really need anything in his spell slots that often, so it's probably going to look like this. He has way more items than he has of anything else. But
Ready. Whatever it takes.
I'll go to here. Cantrips always go at the beginning. I don't know why. That's how I always do it. Cantrip, Divinity, first level. She gets Firebolt, I think, from her race, but it's we got our Trickster stuff, our healing, however we want to do that. Resistance is a cantrip, go like this, put it there. And I got my healing. I like keeping that together. Charm Person, I feel like that one's kind of useless. I'll use that out. That looks nice. I like that. Oh, there we go. Don't need it. Just clean this stuff up. So I'm showing you how I'm doing this. I'm just sending a lot of this to camp. Now 1d6 plus 3 on both. So now essentially 2d6 plus 6 damage output when I double swing. And then she is going to get... Tech thought seems like something kind of in my range. She's gonna get all these spells. I'm not gonna be a dedicated spellcaster. Just don't feel like it. A lot of this, I'm just gonna right click, send to camp, like that. I'm gonna do that off air. Try to make her more the item guy. Just because your main character ends up with all this gear for no reason. He doesn't need it. No, I'm just gonna, I'll send it. Send all this to camp, it's useless. Alchemist Fire is not useless. Now 1d8 plus 2. No, he needs to have a bow. He's a ranger. He's not a crossbow guy. When you think of a ranger, you think of a bow. So he's going to keep it. A little bit less damage output, but he's not a range. He's not built to be a range character anyway, so I don't mind that much, you know? I know some people that, like, I know min-maxing is a thing. I can't deny that. But I just don't care. I'm going to try to make my character effective, and no doubt. But I don't really give a whole lot of a damn on exactly what they're carrying, yada yada yada. It's not worth it. I'd rather my character look cool and fit what I want him to do than to necessarily have the highest output. If I could do both, that's great. But I'm going to choose my character not looking silly. And I don't like the way they look like with a crossbow on their back.
My faith protects me.
Also, I wish the shield would show up.
What to do?
Cool. Alright, and so that is where we're going to end our episode. So we're going to save. Let's do new save. Ravage Beach, 1 hour, 10 minutes. Pretty good time frame. And thank you very much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed. And we'll have the next episode up probably 1 week from, let's say, Monday. Probably when I'll upload them.